Is your cockatiel bored? Need to find things for them to do? Then watch this video for some tips. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm David and I'm joined by my cockatiels, Chicken Fish, and today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to keep your cockatiel busy, ways to entertain your cockatiel. Now one of these is going to involve you, I'm afraid to say, but many of them are things you can set in place to keep your cockatiel busy, happy and enjoying their environment. Because we want our parrots to have the most choice and have lots of fun things to do, and our cockatiels can get lots of joy out of very simple activities which we can provide for them. Now, the first and easiest way to provide a fun activity for your cockatiel to do independently is foraging. These little guys love foraging. Most parrots will spend a lot of their time foraging in the wild, and as you may see from the people who are constantly going on about seeds and how cockatiels should eat them, they are ground foragers. They would eat seed, grains, and all sorts of fun things off the ground in the wild. So providing foraging opportunities is a great way of keeping them occupied and busy. And when we're talking about foraging opportunities, it can be something as simple as a planter base or a dinner tray scattered with some seeds and pellets, whatever sort of bits and pieces you want to put on there. Put some substrate over the top or maybe some toy parts and let them pick and enjoy that thing. Instead of just having that food in their bowl, which is kind of boring, it's not very fun, they can work for that food through a foraging tray. Now, initially when you're providing a foraging tray or foraging activity, make it quite easy to start with. So, maybe just scatter some millet on there, let them peck at it, associate it with foraging, then you can make it more and more difficult and complex, which will keep them occupied for longer. Again, don't be afraid to put some toy parts, spare bits from destroyed toys, because they will enjoy throwing them around as well. Related to the first point, you can also provide puzzle toys for your cockatiels. These guys are incredibly smart. Some people would disagree with that, but I really do believe in how intelligent these little fellas are. And you can use dog puzzle feeders. I've got a great example on my Amazon store, which we use here. And you just get them associated with it, desense them to it, trained with it, and then they will actually use this in the same way a dog would. Not quite the same with their tongue, but they'll move the bits of their beak, they will find treats. And all it takes is a little bit of desensitization work, a little bit of positive reinforcement by giving them a minute when they get close to it, and you'll find your cockatiel will really enjoy it. And the more difficult you make it, the more interesting it will be for them and the longer it will take. But just like with the first example, ease them into it, make it super easy at the start, and then you'll find your cockatiel will be engaging with it for longer and longer. Now, a lot of people find their cockatiels aren't quite as keen on their veggies and certainly not on their fruit. Our cockatiels really dislike fruit, but they do like their veggies. So once your cockatiels get more used to veggies, or even in the process of getting them used to veggies, you can provide them veggie kebabs. And it's as simple as providing a parrot-safe kebab skewer, not grilled or anything. Put some fresh veggies on there, maybe some fruit if you want to try it, and let them peck at it and enjoy it. Our boys absolutely love it. They love chewing cucumber off there, lettuce leaves. We put carrot on there for them sometimes, peppers, and they will destroy it. And it's good for diet conversion. It's also just good enrichment. And if they do eat some of it, it's just great that they're eating some fresh veggies. But it's just like a very inexpensive, reusable toy. If you've got some spare veggies that are safe for them, pop them in a kebab, pop them in the cage. They can enjoy it, shredding and destroying it. Now, one of the most frequent things I hear from people talking about their cockatiels in their cage environment or out and about is they don't want to engage with their toys, they don't want to destroy them, they're boring. And then I ask them, what sort of toys do you provide? And frequently the answer will be, the standard bells, plastic, that sort of thing. You want to provide your cockatiel things that are easy to destroy. Their beak's fairly strong, but it's not as strong as bigger parrots. So you want to provide them materials that are easy to shred and destroy and get into. For example, cardboard, balsa, yucca, palm leaf, these are all great materials. You can even hide treats within them, so they have to destroy them to get them. Now, that's not to say you can't provide some hardwood toys once in a while, but generally we find for smaller beaks, the easily shreddables are better. And I'm going to talk about this in a minute because I know some of you are going to say at this point in the video, oh, my cockatiel doesn't know, doesn't want to interact, and they just ignore them. And that's where my last point's going to come into it. This last way to keep your cockatiel busy kind of ties in all the others, and it's super important. And this is the one that involves you guys, and that is training. Now, we highly recommend training for any parrot owner. It's just essential, even if it's just a basic level with step up and targeting. But it's great for bonding. It's also great for enrichment, mental enrichment for these guys. You can make it as advanced as you want through trick training. I mean, Chip's learning card tricks right now because they are that smart. And training's just essential. And also training kind of helps with everything else I've talked about here. If your cockatiel doesn't want to play with toys, you can train them to. You can use your targeting to direct them to it, positively reinforce them with a high value treat. Keep on getting them to interact with these toys, making positive associations, training them through targeting again to explore maybe slightly scary things in a positive way, and it all ties together. Training is so essential and so useful and just a great way to keep these guys busy. And if you do put in the effort with your training, then you'll find they'll be able to play much more independently as well, because they'll know how to, and it will make your life easier if you have lots of stuff to do. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful and entertaining. Any questions, as always, happy to hear from you. But from a fairly quiet flock and a fussy fish and chip, take care and see you later.